Peace, chiefs, and dears. It's Bronzebird here with another video. Before I begin, like and subscribe. Thank you. So today's video is going to be more or less, now that I want to call it, OnlyFans Serpents who come into the picture and, they get in so aroused into having an idea they have an OnlyFans, do all these seductive things online. And I believe that I'm going to do a little bit of research and background on OnlyFans, how it's become this national company that promotes whoredom and allow all these women to go on there and freely express themselves and be sexually liberated. And, we give a lot of pushback to OnlyFans, but let me tell you this. I tell people what I'm starting to realize is you can't even necessarily blame the women for having an OnlyFans account. Who you should be blaming is the men, who you would probably call the simps for a lack of a better term, because those are the dudes that's paying all these subscriptions and all this other stuff that you can regularly see on an IG's page, or they can see on a porno website. And yes, I'm very aware that men also participate in OnlyFans, and we have an understanding that OnlyFans is not usually geared towards just sex itself. You can do a lot more things on OnlyFans besides just sexual content. But here nor there, understanding the woman's nature now in 2021, she is served to take any opportunity that arises for her to get money out of it or anything that is to her favor based upon her beauty and how she looks. So now in this video, you have a millionaire that had a relationship with an OnlyFans model, and now he feels duped by her because of certain factions within their relationships based upon his living and all these other things that come into play. So I'm gonna play the video and give my commentary along the way. So peep. Fair use.
As the old song goes, breaking up is hard to do. It's even harder when hundreds of thousands of dollars in gifts have been exchanged. Jim Murray on a situation that might not have been love after all.
During their brief 5 months together, this woman says her boyfriend lavished her with more than $1 million in gifts.
He did buy me a lot of
She's pretty, I'll give it that.
gifts every time that, he would want to take me to Chanel or anything. He would spend over $100,000.
Tricky.
At a single time.
Mm-hmm.
When 26-year-old Stephanie Grzelski met 59-year-old Stephen Klubeck, she considered him quite a catch, despite their age difference. Klubeck is worth an estimated $100 million, a fortune he made in the timeshare industry.
I'm Stephen J. Klubeck, Chairman and CEO of Diamond Resorts.
9 years ago, he appeared on Undercover Boss.
Hi, I'm Jack.
I'm Sarah. He became obsessed with me and wanted to marry me.
But their relationship soured, and now the multimillionaire wants all his gifts back. Klubeck
My thought on it is very simple. He got rejected. You know what I'm saying? 5 months into a relationship and you're already asking for proposals. I say this to men all the time that's around me personally. You should get out of infatuation. And that's the problem with a good amount of these men. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. You need to make smart decisions on the type of women you're dealing with. Now, I don't know this woman from a can of paint, but I can pretty much tell women like this are going to take an opportunity on a man who has money like that. She's not with him because he is attractive and all these different things. That's just a faction or a factor in the relationship or her decision of dealing with this man. More so, she's an OnlyFans model. So the fact of the matter is she wants to link up with someone who is more high value and has all the money to do exactly what he wants. Women are attracted to financial and resources when it comes to men. So I advise men who don't have their finances right, do not deal with women. Just don't. And if you are the man that has finances and this, that, and third, you still need to have a backbone. They need to have some balls on the women you choose. She's an opportunist. This is just a regular old opportunist who took the opportunity to get with a man like this because he had resources. And of course, she's going to say, oh, he was stalking me and this, that, and the third. No, you enjoyed the fact of the matter he was giving you all these gifts for over $100,000 every single time you guys met up. Get the fuck out of here.
Klubeck says he fell in love with Stephanie, but now he says he feels duped.
Little did I know that while I was working in my various homes, and my children were in the home and my employees, she was shooting porn in the bathrooms and putting it on OnlyFans.
Stephanie confirms she's a model on the website OnlyFans. She posts provocative photos of herself for paying subscribers.
No, she's just a whore that decided to take on OnlyFans. And my thing is, bro, like you should have did background on this woman before you decided to date her. That's why these dudes always getting caught up in the beauty and the way this woman looks. Because there ain't no doubt in my mind this woman is attractive. She is. But at the end of the day, she knows that she can use her looks in order to attract a man of any value, especially a high value man. You don't think women like this stake out at certain places to get the attention of older men that's worth over 100 million or in the $1 million or $1 billion range in order to struck up a conversation or struck up a date with them? Women plan this out. I don't understand why men like this is sitting up there saying he got duped. How did he get duped? I don't like, an OnlyFans model. Come on now, you're on the same. She's on the same program as whoredom, having an OnlyFans page and putting out seductive pictures. This is the sexual liberation bullshit that I be talking about, man. And men like him get caught up because he's infatuated how she looks. It is not the idea that she really has a personality. To me, she's probably a bimbo. But the fact of the matter, she's a smart bimbo because she knew exactly what she wanted and she knew exactly the gift she was going to get out of this man, and he willfully took it. Even the fact of the matter, he decided to say that he would actually get engaged with this woman. Come on, man. You can't be that much of an airhead and you're $100 million worth of something and you can't pay attention to the signs that's going on in your own house. Get out of here.
She's also big on Instagram with 1.8 million followers.
You're worth $100 million. You run a multinational corporation. How did this 25-year-old model dupe you?
Well, you know what? We had a security failure, Jim. Our security folks did not unlock the pages on OnlyFans. We made a mistake. We saw the content that was extremely pornographic, which showed my assets used as backdrops.
Assets like his mansion and his jet. But Stephanie...
Of course. What woman that's not with $100 million man is going to use your resources to make it seem like she's living a high life as an OnlyFans model? Of course. Why is this man surprised by this? And you only known this woman for 5 months. You didn't even know this woman for at least a year or know this woman for over 2 to 3 years in order for you to make that decision. Now he wants to sit up there and bring up security footage and all these different things and looked into her OnlyFans account and discovered the fact of the matter that she was using his house as a backdrop. As a model, that's what she's going to do. She's an attractive woman that's going to up her image by using the high life to appear like she's living the life and using your home as a shining example. Okay? You don't think she was bragging to her friends about how she was dating a millionaire? Of course she is. Why is this man surprised about things like this? And this is why I believe it doesn't matter who you are when it comes to it. You have to have an understanding of how your woman is. When you're in a courtship, when you're married to her, how you're dealing with her. It doesn't matter who you are. These women who use you, especially women that take the opportunity to use their looks on social media, they usually go with the same program. It's the same type of rhetoric they use when they're dealing with men. The hell out of here, dude.
He claims her boyfriend knew everything about her from the beginning.
He used to call up his friends and say, hey, Steph's outside taking photos. I was taking a photo on a horse and I was naked, and he called up his neighbor to come and watch. He actually loved it. It was kind of like a routine, like.
Boom, exactly. And this is the reason I can't even blame this young woman for what she's saying. The fact of the matter is he had an idea of who she was when he first met her. So the fact of the matter, you already knew your woman was a model. She was already engaged in self-gratification by photos and having an OnlyFans. So who do you blame in this situation when it comes to this type of thing in a dating aspect? You blame the man. You know exactly what your woman is. A woman that's 25 years old and she's already on this program of self-gratification, of looking at herself all the time and being pretty. Because I'm pretty sure if you probably look at her Instagram, I mean, she has 1.3 million followers. A lot of her photos is going to be about herself. It is. She's going to be showing her face all the time. She's going to be showing herself in a bikini when she's in a bathroom, or she's going to be walking around the house taking pictures in a bra and panties. I bet you so. And the thing about it is, if you knew that, you are ultimately the one to blame. You can't blame yourself. You can't blame her for the heartache. You need to blame yourself.
Every day he would tell me how much he made on stocks, and he would ask me how much I made on OnlyFans. He also let me use his private plane to shoot nude content. He loved it. He thought it was hot.
Jim, fictitious. She's reckless. She's a menace. She's a con.
Stephanie's lawyer, Arthur Barron,
And that dude is only saying that because he wasn't able to control his woman the way he seemed fit, knowing that woman for 5 months, knowing the fact of the matter that she was showing her assets. And merely my idea, he probably was jealous or probably feeling some type of way that she was getting all of this attention on social media, and he wasn't able to directly control her and saying, hey, chill out with all of the photos, chill out with all of the taking of the pics. Hey, why don't we just go on a date? And I'm pretty sure this woman was probably bored and talking about stocks all day. Okay, she was probably bored. She was probably just like, I want to talk about something else. She probably wanted to talk about herself and a new nice little deep dish pizza she got on Melrose Avenue or Melrose Boulevard or something like that. You understand?
says by asking for all those gifts back, totaling more than $1 million, Klubeck is trying to ruin her financially.
He made it clear that he has tons of money and he would use that money to litigate with her, to keep suing her until she went broke.
Klubeck refutes that, but one thing's for sure, sometimes breaking up is hard to do.
Stephen Klubeck says if Stephanie returns the gifts, he'll donate them to charity.
You really think, and let me say this about this man. This man really thinks that that woman, especially with the clout she has right now on social media, is going to return all those gifts back that you chose to give to her. And this is the thing. I mean, we can go around and use the term Indian giver. I gave you something, now I want you to give it back. This is the thing. Giving the gifts back is just the idea of saying, I took an L, but I don't want you to take an L. So I want what's rightfully mine because I paid for it. And now because I paid for it, you need to give it back because I chose to give you those gifts and now you made me unhappy. So give those gifts back. It doesn't make sense. As a man, you need to take an L. That's my own honest opinion. When you're tricking and when you got it and you got tricked, there's nothing else you do. There's nothing else to really talk about. You are responsible for that decision on going out with a woman that had an OnlyFans, knowing she's in a whoredom programming, and the fact of the matter that she was going to use your house and use your resources like women of this age usually do. And now you want to sit up there and say, I don't like what you did, so give me all of my gifts back. It's always the same thing. And this goes into the psychosis of these men that can't take an L. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, as pictured right here, or you're just a regular everyday man doing exactly what you need to do in order to survive and fend for yourself. Like I said, fellas, it doesn't matter what your income bracket is. You must understand that women will use you for your resources. Yeah, they may say that they like you and this, that, and third, especially if you're in your 50s. You're in your 50s and you're worth $100 million. Of course, any woman, regardless of any nation or anything that they're doing, will flock to you. So at the end of the day, you need to have an understanding on the type of woman you're dealing with. If you know she's a self-gratifying chick, my good estimate is if I was in his shoes, I'd probably be beating it up every day. I wouldn't even give a damn about trying to have a relationship with that woman. She's just some woman I'll be using on the side, probably pumping and dumping it and be on my merry way. Because understanding how she is, she's not going to give you the satisfaction that you want. She's not going to be the type of woman you want to marry. She's not going to be the type of woman you want to introduce to your family. She's embarked in whore programming through OnlyFans, as it was already said over and over and over again. So fellas, just do yourself and cut the losses. If you're the type of man that's doing well for yourself and you do all these different things, I'm not saying you shouldn't date. I'm not saying that you shouldn't find a woman that you so should choose, but you should be very aware of the type of women that you're dealing with. And if the fact of the matter is you don't like the woman and you spent all these outrageous amount of gifts on that woman because you thought that she was going to stay around with you just because you had all that money and you spent on that gift, guess again. Guess again. That's the only thing I can really say to that. But, you know, when you get tricked, you get tricked. You tricking and then you get mad because you got tricked. And you knew exactly what was going on the whole entire time. And now you want to make it seem as if you're so innocent and you're the victim of this situation. This is why I can't even really necessarily blame the woman. I have to blame the millionaire in this situation. It is what it is. If you disagree or you agree, make sure that you comment in the comment section. Like and subscribe. Peace.